Kelsey with The Athletic. Darius, for you, what was the conversation like going into the fourth quarter for you guys to turn this one around?
Get some stops, get out in the transition, get some easy ones. When we built the lead, we all knew that we just had to sustain it at that point. Just try to get easy buckets, try to get Jay and Evan involved a lot more, get them at the rim, and that's what we did in the fourth.
And then, obviously, without Donovan, in that fourth quarter, what changed for you, kind of mindset-wise, of how you facilitated and found guys, but also found your shots?
Try to be aggressive. I have my bigs with me, so they always hold it down for me. I just try to hit them in the pocket as much as I can, and just try to get some easy ones.
And Jarrett, it's kind of weird, obviously, to sit next to you, but how have you seen Darius grow this year, just both on the floor and as a leader?
Definitely a lot more confident in his role, telling us where to be, making sure his bigs are in the right spot so they can help him out. He's facilitating the offense, timeouts, he's talking. He's just, obviously he's an amazing player on the court, but off the court it's a lot more things that have elevated.
Chris Feedore, Cleveland.com. Hey guys, for either one of you, you now have 11 comebacks when trailing by double digits. You have 9 comebacks when trailing after the third quarter. What is it about this group that allows you to do that?
We're just fighters until the end of the game. From 1 to 15, even the coaches, we're willing to step in and give it all we got till the end. And it's just a perfect example. Honestly, it should never really get to that point where we have those 11 comebacks. But whenever we're down, we know we're not giving up, and we're going to try to give it our all.
Darius, where does that belief come from that you guys can, even when facing those kinds of deficits?
That's just our mindset, really. We've done it before. We've done it 11 times, like you said. So we know we can do it. Even though we don't like putting ourselves in that position, we just know we have a lot of fighters on this team. Like Jay said, from the coaching staff to anybody else on that bench, we all know that we can come back from any game. We could be in any game at any time, and we can win at any time. So that's what we did tonight. Just try to execute throughout the entire game, especially in the second half, and just try to fight and get stops, as many stops as we can. Get out in transition, get some easy ones, and just hold our own from there.
Tom with his AP. Darius, JB was saying that you're really playing the game within the game this year. Has that happened organically, naturally, or is that something you've been conscientious about?
I've been working on that. This year is definitely a game inside the game with so much talent that we have on the floor. Just try to pick your spots and then just try to figure out how to get your teammates involved as much as you can. And, I'm definitely working on that. It's definitely growing in progress. But, I'm still trying to work on it, even though sometimes it works. But, just try to do as much as I can. Try to get my big fellas as ball as much as I can so they can stay active and work for us on the defensive end as well. So that's the game. It's winning the game right there.
Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. Darius, do you think that there's something about Ricky's game that helps to elevate what you can do offensively when you two shared before?
Yeah. Ricky, he's a wizard with the ball in his hand. He just reached the game at a really high level. He's been playing it for a long time, so he knows how to get different mismatches and get different people involved and just playing chess with defenders. So, when I'm just off the ball, I just try to create for others as well. But, he does it at a high level, and, he's really good at it.
And then, Jarrett, it's been mentioned a number of times throughout the years that the first game back after a long road trip doesn't always feel like a home game. How much is that accentuated when that first game back is at 3 o'clock on a Monday compared to a normal start time?
It's different. We got in 2:30 a.m. after we played Minnesota. You're home for, out first you go to sleep probably around 4. You go to bed late. It's just tough because you still feel like you're in that road mentality. You're getting used to your bed, getting used to your home again. And then the early games are always tough for anybody, at least in my opinion. You're just out of your routine. You're out of getting your pregame nap or your pregame meal, and you got to go play a difficult team like we did tonight. It takes a lot to just get mentally prepared.
Darius, do you have any more thoughts on that?
It's tough.
There you go.
It's really, really tough. I mean, even like the game, like the teams, we both didn't really get active until like the second half. I mean, it's just tough just getting over that hump. They're coming off like a 10-day road trip as well. We had to work through time change. Like Jay said, we didn't go to sleep like 4:30. Yeah, it's tough for sure. But I'm glad we got the win.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. Darius, when Isaac's hitting shots the way he has the last like 2-3 weeks now, consistently, what does that unlock for you guys' offense?
I'm taking this question. I'm gonna say, yeah, a lot of people don't know, but Ice is one of the hardest workers when it comes to shooting the three-point ball. Every time we go into shoot around practice, Ice is the first one in and then the first one, or the last one out. So this is just an example of how much that work is paying off.
If you guys are watching, just watching the
I want to say that one. Ice deserves it.
Facts.
watching the bench, it looks like you guys pull for him maybe more than others on the team, just because he has the personality that he does. But why is it that you guys gravitate towards Ice so much?
He works hard. Like Jay said, he's the first one in and the last one to leave every day. It doesn't matter game day, shoot around, practice. I mean, he's literally on the same regimen every day. He's shooting the tray ball really well right now, and I mean the work is paying off. We see it every day, so we're just gonna keep having him sit in that corner, and when he's open, we're just gonna give it to him, and he shoots it with confidence. We believe in him because of the work ethic that he has, and we want him to shoot it every time he gets it when he's open.
Darius, you were talking about the game within the game and trying to pick your spots. How do you know when it's time to go?
It's really tough, to be honest with you, because we have so much talent. I mean, when we need some big buckets, I know I have to be a little bit more aggressive. So I look for my shot then. But like early on in the game, I like to just get my teammates involved a lot more so they can get their confidence going, so they can have that confidence going to the second half and to the fourth when we need it in crunch time. So, I mean, second half is really my time, I guess. So everything else just opens up. If I start making a couple shots, they start over-helping. That's when I hit Jay or Evan in the pocket, and that's when they do their thing, and they make the right play from there. So, I mean, it's just I have my confidence in my teammates, so it makes it a lot easier.
And then, Jarrett, for you said the other night, feed your local big man. It seems like there's been a stretch here recently where you're getting more opportunities, more lobs. Right. Is there something that you're noticing consistently within the defense that is allowing that to happen?
Teams help off other like Evan a lot, Isaac a lot, so that just opens it up for me to feed Evan or kick it to Ice. There's a lot more opportunities that I'm finding myself in where I can, like you say, feed your local big man.
We need to put that on a shirt.
I haven't been right down you, but this is for either of you. But you're both a young team, and you guys are kind of still figuring out how to grow as professionals and win at the same time. How can you kind of explain to people here, or maybe people at home who don't understand that or have like a full grasp of it? So like Jarrett said, Isaac works tirelessly shooting threes, and maybe it's not something that translates right away, but it's something more so that you guys see in practice and everything else.
Well, it's starting to translate. He made a huge one for us tonight. I mean, he's been shooting it really well for like the last month, really for the entire year, to be honest with you. But I mean, we're a hard-working young team, like you said. We're working towards that, towards the playoffs where we have goals to be at. We're making a lot of strides to that, even though it's a lot of stuff that we have to really work on. And we go back and watch the film on it every day. We talk to each other in the group chat about stuff. So, I mean, it's a work in progress. Everybody's seeing the progress from the years. So it's only up from here, in my belief. So what you got to say, big dog?
I mean, he said it a lot, but a young team, things just don't happen at the snap of a finger. It takes a lot of hard work. And we're young guys. We're still trying to figure out our place in this league, our like what our identity is going to be. We know what we want it to be, but we still have to work our way up to having that standard every single night. And you guys are all seeing how we're doing. We do have our off nights, but when we're on, we're on.
And Jarrett, you mentioned that to read. It was a long road trip. What books did you read on the trip?
I read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, excellent book, by the way. Excellent.
What about my book? I didn't read a book.
Last question, Logan.
Hi, Logan Conger of WZIP Akron. Jarrett, you've been taking more shots from behind the arc recently. What have you been doing to train that skill set to add to your wide variety of shots?
I was getting a little jealous of Isaac. You know. He's been knocking it down. You know, he's been working tirelessly at it. And behind the scenes, I've been trying to shoot myself behind the arc. You know, I'm trying to work on my game too. Odds are it's going to fall eventually.
Right.
You know? So nobody's told me to stop shooting it. They keep passing it to me. So I'm going to keep letting it fly whenever I can.